Students, we are reading the chapter Chocolates in Your Dreams too. It is a play. So we have read so far that Mrs. Dev and Gopa is in a store, a general store, where Mrs. Dev is buying something for herself. And what happens then? Gopa just look here and there, and he just demanded a chocolate from his mother, and he was so adamant to taking a chocolate, buying a chocolate, that he started jumping here and there, he started screaming there, he started making a scene there. And then shopkeeper came out and he asked his mother to give him some chocolates. Then what happened? Shopkeeper: oh no madam, why are you getting upset? So shopkeeper says that, why are you getting so upset, why are you getting so sad? It is just a chocolate, he is demanding. So what he said next: wait, comes out from behind the counter. If you don't want to give him a chocolate, I will give him one. Takes out one from a box. So then shopkeeper says one, and he was just inside the counter into the shop giving things, stuff to the people. He comes out of the counter and he said to Mrs. Dev that if you really do not want to give him a chocolate, I will give him the one. And then he started taking out one from the box of the chocolate. And then what Mrs. Dev says that, no Shamji, it's not simply a question of buying a chocolate. So then his mother says that it is not a question of just buying a simple chocolate. It is not just buying a chocolate for him. If it is a question of just buying a chocolate, I would have given him lots more, but it is more than that. Why? Because chocolates are bad for health. So she says that for instance means, for example, that chocolates are very bad for health. They cause some some diseases to us, so it is very bad for us. Then what shopkeeper says: oh madam, a little chocolate will not harm him in any manner. So then shopkeeper said that this is just a little chocolate, it is not going to harm him in any manner, in any sort of thing. So let's him have a chocolate. Then Mrs. Dev said, I want. Then Mrs. Dev just ignored him and she said that I want a large bread and 100-gram butter. So she just placed her order, whatever she wants. She want a bread and 100-gram butter. And then shopkeeper: okay madam, puts the bread and butter into the plastic bag, hands it to Mrs. Dev, also returns the balance. Anything else? So what he did, he said that, okay ma'am, I'll pack your order. So he just packed the bread and the butter and in a plastic bag, and he handed over to Mrs. Dev, gives to the Mrs. Dev, and returned the balance, the leftover money. And then he asked her that, anything else, do you want anything else than bread and butter? So what Mrs. Dev says: no, nothing. Turns to Gopa: come on Gopa. Walks out of the shop. So she said, nothing, I do not want anything. She just turned towards Gopa and asked Gopa to come on, to get out of the shop, and they just walks out of the shop. And then Gopa says, yes mummy, opens the wrapper of the chocolate and begins to eat it, making faces at her. So he is very happy. He says, yes mummy. Why? Because he got the chocolate from shopkeeper and he is happy. He was just opening the wrapper, eating it, and he is making faces towards his mother. He's making faces, he's teasing her, making faces to her, because he finally got whatever he wants. He wants a chocolate and he got it from a shopkeeper. Then Gopa said, eating, that's true. And then Mrs. Dev says, stop it, will you? You will never, you are never satisfied, Gopa. It is you are, you, and this is apostrophe. So it means you are never satisfied, Gopa. So what Mrs. Dev said, just stop it. Will you stop to eat these chocolates? No, you are never satisfied. You are never satisfied, Gopa. That how much chocolates do you eat? You will never be satisfied with those chocolates. You will always demand more. And then Gopa says, eating, that's true, my dear mummy. He was eating the chocolate, and while he said that, yes, it's true. You are saying true that I love chocolates and I can have lots and lots of chocolates anytime. Then Mrs. Dev says, oh, I don't know. What's the world coming to with children like you? So she said, I do not know what the world is going to do with the children like you. If there will be children like you around, around the world, what the world would do. That what happens to the world if the children like you will be everywhere. So what Gopa says, it will be much fun. Gopa says that it will be much fun, that there will be children everywhere who loves chocolate so much, so it will be a fun. Then Mrs. Dev says, remember, I won't buy you anything the next time you come to the market. So then she just threatened him. She told Gopa that, I am not going to buy anything to you next time you will come to the market. Next time you come to the market with me, I am not going to buy you anything. Then Gopa says, oh mummy, my dear mummy makes faces and dances, I will get what I want. So what he did, he just said, oh mummy, my dear mummy, and he's making faces and he's dancing, and he said that I will want what I want, that I will get what I want, I will always get whatever I want, it can be anything. And then Mrs. Dev lunges at him. I will show you what you will get the next time. Lunges, she just hold him, and he said, I will show you, that I will tell you that what will you get next time. So she's just threatening him. To parry her, Gopa quickly runs away from her without looking ahead and narrowly escapes being hit by a cyclist. He falls in a heap. So to parry her, to tease his mother, to irritate her, what Gopa just quickly runs away from her. He runs away from her, and he didn't look ahead. Ahead means in front of him. And he just had a narrowly escape matlab he escapes being hit by the cycle is coming in front of him, and he was just he didn't get hurt, he escaped from being hurt with the cyclist, and he falls in a heap. He just falls on a pit, falls on a heap of something. And then what Mrs. Dev says, that serves you right, approaches him, that is right for you, that serves you right, that if you are not going to listen me, you will get hurt like this. He approaches him. She just went towards him, makes him stand straight, and dusts off his clothes. She just goes to him, she just make him stand straight. She makes her clothes clean, she dusts off his clothes, and then she said that, oh come on Gopa, be sensible at least when you are on the road. So she said that you should be sensible all the time when you are on the road, you should be aware every time you are on the road. And Gopa said, oh mummy, that Mrs. Dev, that sets you right. Yes mummy, I will be, and that sets you right, that will make you a right person. Then Gopa says, oh come on mummy, you don't want me to hurt, do you? So she said that sets you right. If you are not going to follow my orders, you will get hurt like this. So then Gopa says that, oh mummy, do you want me to hurt? That you are my mother, and I know that you do not want me to get hurt. And then Mrs. Dev said that, yes dear, my little dear, kisses him, I want you to be a happy, healthy, and a wise boy, that's all. So then his mother kisses him, and she said that I want you to be happy, I want you to be healthy, and a wise boy. What do you mean by wise? Wise means intelligent boy, sensible boy, that's all what I want it from you. Then Gopa said, I will be mummy. He said that I will be sensible, I will be healthy mummy, don't you worry. And then Mrs. Dev said, okay come on, pats him, let's go and buy some vegetable. So she said that, okay come on, pats him means to pat somebody on back or on shoulders, to pat somebody very lightly like this. You pat somebody like this, very gently or very politely. So she said that, let's go and buy some vegetables. So then Gopa says that, yes, let's go. Mrs. Dev goes ahead. When she is beyond earshot, he turns around and addresses the audience. So what happens? He said that, yes, let's go. So Mrs. Dev just go ahead. Mrs. Dev moves front, and when she is beyond earshot, when she is beyond earshot, to be listened or to be heard, when she was away from the stage. And then what happens, that Gopa turns towards the audience. He turns toward the audience, and he is addressing the audience. He is talking to the audience now. He's not talking to the mother, now he's talking to the audience. You know that this is a drama, and you know that drama is performed on the stage. You have seen performers performing dramas on the stage in your school functions or on TV. So he is performing a drama, so he just moves towards the audience, and he is talking towards the audience. And what he is talking to the audience, oh, she doesn't like chocolates. In fact, during her childhood there weren't many chocolates as we have them now. That's why she doesn't want me to eat them. But you, points his finger at the audience, and I love chocolates, don't we? So now what he is saying, that she doesn't love chocolates, she don't like chocolate. Who is she here? That my mother don't like chocolates. Why? Because during her childhood, when she was a kid, there were not so many chocolates like we do have now. So he's saying that when she was a little girl, when she was a little child, she really did not have so many of the chocolates to eat. But now when we are small kids, we have lots of chocolates to eat, and that is why she doesn't want me to eat them. Then he says that that is the reason that she really do not want me to eat them, because she has not eaten them in her childhood. But then he points the finger at at the audience, and he is referring to the audience that you and I, he's pointing himself that we both love chocolates very much, don't we? And then what happens? The curtain falls, and the act 1, it ended here. So read your chapter till here carefully. If you find any word difficult, check out your dictionaries, find meanings there, and just revise it again.